What's going on, true believers? Cryptocurrency is about opportunity. It's about taking advantage of it. If you don't, you get left behind. If you do, you get rich. Or at least you make a bunch of money. We're about to see a parabolic run. We'll start with Bitcoin. It will lead to Ethereum, Solana, XRP having nice little runs. But then, my friends, then what you will see is you will see that money that got made cascade its way down into speculative risk asset. And that brings me to what I'm going to show you today. Before I get started, make sure you hit the like button on your way in, or you're probably going to miss out. Okay, guys, Pablo Cro is creating a social network, a decentralized social network that will, over time, grow and continue to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Now, what does that mean to you? Well, because it is what it is, you will see things like Twitter engagement go through the roof. There's 15,500 followers right now. Guys, it should only make sense to you at this point that if you have 1,000 or more investors right now, and they do have over 1,000 investors, if you have 1,000 or more investors, then you probably are going to get exposed when that altcoin season comes, and you're probably going to get a crazy, crazy pump and a run because an aggressive community will let people know, hey, this speculative asset, which is all this is, speculative asset. This speculative asset has some opportunity to it. And by the way, the reason DeFi social network. Now, does that mean that it's going to the 50 billion or something like that? No, it does not. What it means is there's some great opportunity. I'm going to give you a realistic projection by the end of this so that you know that, even if we're not talking about 100 billion or a $50 billion market cap, there is an incredible amount of opportunity here. I'm doing this video because I want to take advantage of that opportunity, by the way. Now let's bring this full circle. The developer is Pablo Cro. Pablo Cro has about 100,000 followers on X. He's developed several different projects along the way, all of them really moving it back into this ticker trending sort of narrative. Now, ticker trending was the original project that Pablo started, and it was an opportunity for you as a meme coin developer to create a new range, a new network to grow your community. And that's what this is all about. It's about community. Pablo, with 100,000 followers, community is already baked into the goods here. So if there's about 1,000 investors, but he has 100,000 followers, what are we missing? Well, the answer to that is very simple. What we're missing is we're not in altcoin season. We're not in the blow off top. We're not in the moment where lives are changed. That part is coming. I want to say probably in the next 60 to 90 days. Now, I don't know that to be the case. I do think, in my opinion, we're not going to see an absolute blow off until June of next year. I do think that we're going to capture some of that tax refund money. I think President Trump's going to make a lot of big moves in the United States, which are going to create an enhanced value for all of cryptocurrency. So I don't think we're going to see the crazy dip in the bull cycle, but we haven't seen the crazy rip, and we haven't seen the banana zone. We haven't seen the crazy meme coins go flying out of their minds. We haven't seen all of that yet. We've been waiting for it patiently for over 4 years. So it's coming. It will happen. It takes a few things. I'm going to show it to you on the chart, by the way, right now. So I'm going to show you two charts. This right here is the total crypto market cap. And as you see right now, we're about to enter $4 trillion of market cap. Now, by all rights, $4 trillion of market cap should have sent us into that crazy, crazy, crazy zone. Here's the problem. The problem is there are over 100 companies now holding over 1 million Bitcoin. This has become a mature asset. And by that, I don't mean meme linked or anything like that. I mean Bitcoin, which leads us to this incredible blow off moment here, right? We're experiencing it right now, and it's going to continue. Money supply tells me it's going to continue. But what about everything else? When we remove Bitcoin, we have not even approached our 2021 all-time high. Now, that 2021 all-time high, 1.71 trillion, and that excludes Bitcoin. Now, we've gotten pretty close, so we're not in horrible shape, but let me zoom out to give you guys just a taste of what I'm talking about here. When the market dipped down to the previous top of the previous bull run, okay? And I'm going back a ways, but just right there. That is 2017, okay? 2017, that became the floor of the next bull run, okay? Now we had a long period of time of blow up. Again, things are a little bit different, but this right here represents the floor for the next bear market. And I want you to look where you are right now. You see what's happening right there? We've not even begun, okay? All the focus has been on Bitcoin. But in the next couple of months, XRP, Solana, probably Cardano, are going to have ETFs, at least. And if those are coming, then guess what? That means that more money, more mature money is going to come into this market. Now that means that we're going to experience incredible growth from this range, to the point and to the extent that when we draw down, and we can just take a guess here, but when we draw down, we're going to be drawing down to about 72 to 75%, because altcoins are not as mature. But we can also use that to say, well, where does that mean we're going to end up going? Well, if you go to about 75%, you're talking about a $3 trillion market cap coming into this market for risk asset outside of Bitcoin over the next month or two. That's over $1 trillion. Now, again, we've been in a really nice kind of holding pattern, but it's been really Bitcoin that's been bringing it all along. Ethereum's going to blow up. Solana's going to blow up. We're going to see a big move. Now, what does that mean? Well, when we get into total 3, we've been okay. But DeFi, this is where the rubber hits the road. We are, you and me, we're DeFi. We've not even experienced the explosive move yet. And I want you to just pay attention to what's happening in DeFi. We've not experienced that blow-off move at all. Matter of fact, remember I told you, that was our floor before. We didn't even come down to the floor, okay? So we've not taken off either. So there is a lot left to go. And there is an enormous run getting ready to happen in DeFi. And it would be my projection here that we're talking about maybe 4 or 5x in billions. I mean, we're talking about being right now at about 128 billion. I'm saying that we're going to approach over over 500 billion, half a trillion market cap, and probably a little bit higher. And then when we cascade back down, it's going to be that much higher, because DeFi is the way of the future. We just haven't experienced it yet because the mature assets are being bought up right now. The Bitcoins are being bought up right now. The Ethereums are starting right now to be bought. So that takes us back full circle to Meme Linked. Now, let's talk about Meme Linked real quick. It's made a couple of big moves so far off of just, it ran up one time, then it came back down for correction. It bounced up one more time, then it came back down for correction. And I want you to look at the picture perfect pattern. We're talking about 160% on a move that is probably in the pipeline right here, from this to this right here. Now, going beyond that, are we going to do that? I think that the answer to that is yes. And I want to point out this. We're at a $4 billion market cap right there. You can see that means to me, let's just say, for example, that I'm telling you, without having huge faith, with just saying, Pablo's going to have a lot of people looking, but let's just say that we get 30,000 holders. Well, that's more likely about a 30x. A 30x from where we are right now. I want you guys to consider this for just a second. It's about 130, 140 billion market cap. Now, let me take you back a page to Pablo in one of his older projects. Now look at this chart. When Pablo left and when Volt did when Volt did its thing, when it moved to version 12 or 13 or whatever version Volt is on right now, I think it's on the 4th one. I think they've redone this like 4 different times. But when it did that, that was 70 million right there. Okay, just to give you an example of the amount of people that are going to be paying attention to what Pablo's doing. Now, the market cap right now, 9.6 million. That to me means, and by the way, I do think that Volt will probably end up breaking out, going to 100 million, something along those lines. And at 50%, if Pablo takes Meme Link to a 50 million market cap, that's a 12x. I don't think it's going to be that. I think it's going to be so much higher. But it's very simple right now, and you've got to be asking yourself, Blaze, why are you putting so much effort into getting people to buy Meme Linked? I'm not. I'm telling you what I think is going to happen. The contest, by the way, is for $100. $100 in Meme Link tokens. What I'm doing this for is because I think that $100 most likely ends up becoming $3, $4, $5, $10,000, up to 100x. That's what I think is going to happen, okay? And that's why I'm doing this for basically not $100, but a shot at $100. I don't even know if my video will be voted on. So just consider that. I am very bullish on anything that Pablo does. Now, if you're not, that's okay. If you are, because you bought the top of Volt, not feeling it, don't buy. If you think that because you don't like Pablo because his hair's black, don't buy. It's okay. But if you want a risk-based asset that you can put a little bit of money into that might blow up and explode and become earth-shattering, I think this one has a chance. Now, here's the best part about it. In the event that it doesn't go crazy, bonkers, loco, if it doesn't go out of its mind, guess what? There's another bull run coming in 4 more years. So if we get a little tiny 20 to 50x off of MemeLink and it comes back down, and we're stock full of profit, and we know and we recognize because we're seasoned traders and we're veterans and we know what's going on here, and we sell a little bit so that we can then ape back in and buy a little bit more real big time from that top. Guess what? When the next bull cycle hits and MemeLink really starts to take off and ticker trending, all the things that come along with it, when all of those things start to really move and that social media platform starts to grow, remember what happened with Telegram? Remember what happened? Then this could be the next big thing in crypto. Will it be? I don't know. We're a long way from that. But for right now, I think this is worth taking a shot. So if you have an extra $1,000 or something laying around and you want to turn it into 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, this might be the project for you. MemeLink, check it out. I'm going to put the links down here in the social in the description down below. You're going to have all you need to know so that you can do your own research and decide for yourself whether this is the investment for you. This is not financial advice, but I'm always right.